Hello, I'm Reading Evie, and today I'm here to talk about Q is for Quarry by Sue Grafton, number 17, as Q is the 17th letter in the Alphabet Series, the Kinsey Millhone series. So I technically have the physical copy of the book, but it's downstairs and I forgot it. So I shall read the plot from Goodreads. Handy dandy Goodreads. She was a Jane Doe, an unidentified white female whose decomposed body was discovered near a quarry off California's Highway 1. The case fell to the Santa Teresa County Sheriff's Department, but the detectives had little to go on. The woman was young. Her hands were bound with a length of wire. There were multiple stab wounds, and her throat had been slashed. After months of investigation, the murder remained unsolved. That was 18 years ago. Now the two men who found the body, both nearing the end of long careers in law enforcement, want one last shot at the case. Old and ill, they need someone to help with their legwork, and they turn to Kinsey Millhone. Gilly, I almost said. Kinsey is intrigued and agrees to the job, but revisiting the past can be a dangerous business. It becomes a high-risk hunt for a killer with Kinsey in the middle of it all. Apparently there's a librarian note. It's based on an actual unsolved homicide that occurred in 1969, and Grafton's interest in the case had generated renewed police efforts. The body was exhumed in 2001, and a nationally known forensic artist did the facial reconstruction that appears in the closing pages of the book. Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know if I want to. I'll have to look at that. I wish I had gotten the book. I would have came and showed it, but oh well. Unfortunately, as of 2020, nothing. Anywho, to the story. So I just finished this today, so it should be fresh on the mind. I say as my finger was not on the brain, but oh well. Dang, she has $25,000 in savings. Lucky. She announces stuff like this. That's kind of what I like about Sue Grafton's writing. That's kind of what I like about her writing, is sometimes it's a little boring, but I kind of like that stuff. Dolan and Stacy, two cops, both having health issues, are interested in this cold case to lift each other's spirits up, basically, but neither realizes this. But they both end up telling Kinsey that, oh, he needs it. Oh my god, good lord. Because poor Dolan has had a couple of heart attacks and is now forced into retirement, while Stacy, who's apparently that's his first name, I thought it was his last name, but Stacy has cancer and had. So he thought it was coming back, but thankfully it was not. He is in remission. Yay. Unfortunately, he learned that after he sold everything, because he thought he was getting it back and was worse off this time. And he was just like, nope, I'm getting rid of everything. Sold his car, let his license expire, sold his house, or I think rented it out. I think he sold it. He was about to burn his family photographs, but Kinsey was there and took them from him, thankfully, and let his landline go. So he's got nothing. Even clothes. He got rid of his clothes. And then only to learn that he's fine. It's like, okay. This is why you wait for the news. Anyways. Kinsey's maternal grandmother owns the place where the dead body was found. Or I guess close to it, because it was a quarry. But I was like, ooh. I thought maybe her family was going to be a part of it, but nah. But she does get in touch with her family again, so that's good. She met her mother's sister. Aww. which I think, oh, I made a note of that. I'll just take that off now. And she ended up getting family photos, so that was good of her to have. Oh my. The witness, seeing the dead girl, lied to see the cop asking her again. She ended up marrying him, and he still does not know she lied. Dolan and Stacy remind me of an old married couple. Oh, I said married couple. Old married couple. Yeah, they kept going back and forth, and it was funny. Pudgy, prisoner who knew Frankie, their main suspect, said Frankie was bragging about killing a woman who wouldn't sleep with him. Could be the victim. Ew. Kinsey's father was 33 and her mother was 18 when they married. Ew. Freaking. I thought I saw something. Freaking gross. Surprisingly, Frankie was married for 6 months to someone named Iona. I don't know if that's how, I don't know if I'm spelling it right, but the audiobook said Iona. So. Iona went to elementary school with Pudgy, apparently. Yeah, small town. Apparently everyone knows each other, as we're gonna learn. They found the car used possibly in the murder of the unknown girl. Rule, I think is his name, is causing a stink about it. Suspicious. It's been sitting there for 18 years. It's not their only vehicle. Why care so much? It was also stolen from his workplace 18 years ago. Spoiler alert. Pudgy ended up stealing it. The owner signed it over back to him back then. Because he was like, I'm done with that. An old dentist remembered the girl, but couldn't remember her name. Did say she was a foster kid, though. Yeah, poor guy was... suffering from dementia or something like that. Yeah, he was pretty old, but he did get them a little further on this case. Another boring fact, she only spent $29 on gas. She also said, because she was using Dolan's car for some reason. I think they took his car to get up to whatever city I said this was in, or the plot said it was in, and then she ended up keeping it and they went back. Oh, no, my bad. Dolan went into the hospital because I don't think he had a heart attack again. He might have, but whatever reason he had to go to the hospital because Kinsey walked in, or finally got into his hotel room, and he was ashen, colored, and not really breathing that well, so he had something wrong. That's why I forgot. Yeah, Stacy went back though for something. I think doctor appointments or whatever. That's why I was thinking that. But yeah, so she was driving his car, and even was oh, it holds more gas than my car. She was oh, I'm watching the numbers go up. It's freaking $29. Rule, and I kept laughing at that name. I need to go look at the book to see, because I heard Rule, and I'm thinking R-U-L-E. So, I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I heard. Rule and Edna, his wife, has a son named Cornell. His mother-in-law, Medora, not sure I'm right on that name either. There's some weird names going on here. She made a quilt with the same daisy pattern as the girl's outfit. Ooh, she might know who it is. The mother-in-law has a daughter named Justine, whose father Wilbert ran off at the similar time. She took in a girl named Charisse, who she was also a foster mom, sort of. I wonder if Medora's man took her away. So the 18-year-old, well, I don't know if she was 18, but the one who was dead for 18 years is named Charisse. We finally knew the identity. Yay. Well, at least in the fictional book. It's a shame they don't know in real life. They were together for 36 years, too. Justine's dad and Medora. So, that's weird. It's hard to believe he was not connected in some way. But he wasn't. He wasn't. Apparently, Frankie and Pudgy were friends after all. So suspicious. They also found Pudgy's print in the vehicle they took, which, as I said earlier, yeah, he took the car. Apparently, Wilbur was having an affair and is now living as Sandy in a different area with a new wife. So, that's where he is. His new name is Sandy, apparently. Justine dated Pudgy first before Cornell. Weird. Pudgy is dead now. He just got out of jail, too. Out of prison. Apparently, Charisse left a note saying she was going to her mom's. Or did she? Cornell and Charisse had slept together. Charisse lied and said she was pregnant with Cornell's kid. Why she lied, we'll never know. But Justine was telling her about, or telling Kinsey that, Charisse was pregnant, blah, blah. And Kinsey was like, no, she wasn't. And she was like, yeah, she was. She told us. She was like, nope, I saw the autopsy report. No pregnancy. So she lied. I'm trying to think of Cornell. He wasn't really rich either, though. But apparently he was like the popular kid in high school. And so him and his dad, I think, I don't know if they both own it or what, but obviously they have the car place, so I guess decent money. Anyways, Kinsey followed Justine and Cornell as they went to bury the tire iron used to kill Pudgy. So apparently Justine killed everyone. Charisse for seducing Cornell, and then Pudgy drove the stolen Mercedes with her body and dumped it at the quarry that Iona told him about. So she ended up killing him to keep him quiet. Oh, that was all my notes. That was it for Q is for Quarry. And now I am on R is for Ricochet, which I need to write on the fridge. Behold our list. 1 page and almost 2 pages in. But I like this story a lot better than P. It had a better ending. We knew who did what and why. There was nothing about any missing money. Where did it go? Unfortunately, Frankie was innocent of this crime. Well, apparently he is not a good person. He did stab a woman, so he was in prison for like 17 years, so he's not a good person. No. But he is innocent of Charisse's murder. And Pudgy's. Weird name as that may be. It's a nickname, thankfully. I can't remember what it said his first name was. Real name was. I was thinking Clive, but that wasn't it. That was the fitness trainer in the last book. Whatever. But anyways, we met his sister, so she said his real name. Anyways, let me know what you thought of Q is for Quarry. I'm not sure if I'm really saying that right. Try my best. Okay, bye.